Hey yo guys, welcome back. My name is HM and I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. Now, if you've seen our last video, we actually went over a lot of OG Bakugan stuff, and I'm here to tell you, there's more. Yep, we have a whole load more Bakugan stuff, and funny enough, this is the goods. This is the stuff that I wanted to hold off on because these are my cherished collections. And yeah, I've actually got quite a bit of really cool stuff that I wanted to go over. This is the special treatments episode. And as a kid, I really loved Translucent Bakugan and Pearl Bakugan. I kind of fell off of the Pearl Bakugan after a little while, and I'm kind of angry because I had a couple of Bakufrost Bakugan that were really cool. I'll see if I can find some pictures and put them up here or something. But yeah, those were super cool. There was a lot that I never got. There was the Evil Twin Packs. There was the Crimson Bakugan that were Target exclusive. And I think there might have been a couple of Stealth Bakugan that I really wanted, and I think they were Walmart exclusive. I've got a couple. That reminds me, I've actually got a tin way over here that I didn't grab yet. That's also got some incredibly cool stuff in it. If I could just get it out of my closet without just destroying everything. Okay. Holy moly. That was a little risky. Yep, we got an old Baku tin. I don't remember if my Lumatroid is in there, but it doesn't light up anyway, so... Anywho, we're gonna go ahead and get into this. There's a lot of stuff to kind of unbox and open up and go down memory lane, but I hope you guys enjoy. And if you're here and you're watching this, I really appreciate it. We need all the view time we can get now that we've hit 1,000 subscribers. We are getting so close, guys. It's crazy. I never would have thought we'd be here. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the goods. So first things first, I want to look at what is in this Baku rack. Fun story, I actually got this from a good friend of mine, and he got this at a garage sale, and I was already really excited to see what this specific one had. If you can actually identify these, there's some pretty cool exclusives right here, and unfortunately, I'm missing a couple of these pieces. But when I said that the bronze Helios, oh my god, my fucking finger stuck. The bronze Helios was really boring. This one, however, is super cool. It's got a lot of detail. It works great, and it's got so much paint, and I love it. I still think the face is a little derpy. It's got a little bit of like an underbite, but this one is a really awesome one to have for a collection. It is a part of a combiner that was, I think it was Walmart exclusive? No, I don't remember actually. Toys R Us maybe? But yeah, each one of these comes with a part of the combiner in this really slick gray color scheme with these really cool metallic paints. And I was kind of shocked that these were included in this little bundle here. And it was kind of like a birthday gift for me, so that was really cool. And I would say that he got a pretty good deal on these, considering I don't know how much he paid for it, but I'm sure it wasn't a lot. It was at a garage sale, but each of these have a different attribute. And they're all really neat looking. So this one is the Ventus one, and I always like this one from the bright contrast in colors. So this is one of the legs, and I think I'm missing two other pieces. Let me check. Yeah, it's looking like it. Dang it, man. I'm missing like the one part that I really wanted, and that was the Darkest Foxbat, I think? And then the other leg. So I'm missing two of the pieces from what it looks like. But yeah, the rest of these in here are kind of like standard. We've got a Midnight Percival, which is, you know, pretty standard. We've got another Aeronaut, which is the Chaos one. So there's another Aeronaut. This one was kind of cool. This was a Mectanium Surge Bakugan, and I didn't own any of these. This is the only one I own. So it's got die-cast metal feet, I think. It's got some metal parts, but I think this is Mutant Talion. And honestly, looks kind of sick, and I already forget how there he goes. Okay, I was gonna say, I can't remember how this opens, but he looks pretty cool. He's got these really neat, like, metal, I think these are metal claws. It's kind of hard to tell, but he's kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. He's got a lot of manual parts. I kind of wish there was, more automatic parts, but you can really open this guy up and he looks kind of fierce. I could see if I was still into this when I was a kid, before, you know, everything kind of just became uninteresting to me for Bakugan. I think I would have really enjoyed this one. Like, he is really kind of cool looking. Check him out. But yeah, I don't remember what parts are metal. I think this is just spray painted here, but I think the feet are metal, and I think these claws are metal. But yeah, pretty cool. I think it's relatively common, but I think it's pretty sick. Here is a... Ooh, is this the Meganemus? I think it is. Yeah. I actually didn't have any of these, so this one's really cool to have too. Meganemus is... Let me get this focused. Meganemus is slightly different in the fact that it's taller, and it's a little more... It's kind of like a weird Ultra from Gen 2, which is really funny. It's like a little more detailed, but it loses out a little bit on like the size and spectacle of how big these are supposed to be on the side. But he stands up taller. He doesn't have any legs still. But yeah, he's pretty cool overall. Very, very tall Bakugan. And we have another Subterra Fencer. I already showed off one of those in the previous video. We've got a Ventus, I think this is just a Ventus Brontes. I don't think it's a Mega Brontes. Yeah, we got a Ventus Brontes, which is cool. Shout outs to Brad, he loves his Brontes. And then we got, this one is awesome. I had never actually seen these ones before, and I knew what it came from, but this is the Darak from Darak Colossus, and I'm not sure if it has a specific name. It might just be Darak Colossus, but dude, it looks so freaking cool. Like, it's got a little bit more detail. Its eyes are green, which is really neat, and I'm pretty sure you can open up its mouth. I'm not going to try too hard here to do it, but I'm pretty sure this mouth does open. I'm not seeing it though, but he has some really cool designs on the wings. This alone was probably worth it to pick up the package because, oh yeah, that's right, he's got like double jointed feet instead of single jointed feet, which is really cool. So they really went above and beyond with this Darak. They wanted to make it super different. The tail seems to be a little bit wider. And yeah, this one is just, I could see a lot of people wanting this for their collection. All in all, this is a pretty great little pickup for a garage sale. I should really go check out more garage sales. We got another Hecapoid. This one seems to be a little defunct, I guess. But yeah, he is still one of the favorites. How does this Bakugan of all of them get messed up? Like, it feels like he is bent somewhere. Like, he cannot close, and he's supposed to close on his own. We'll just set Hecapoid off to the side here. And then we've got... This one is pretty interesting. I know how many fans of Altair there are. I have an Aquos one. I unfortunately don't have the Aquos wired to go with it. But yeah, this one's pretty cool. I mean, I love the extra colors that they added in a lot of these new Vestroya Bakugan. And this one in particular really sticks out to me as colorful. And I still don't know if I love the design, but I don't hate it either. Like, it's a very safe Bakugan design, you know? Like, here's the legs, here's wings, here's a head. The head is really cool, even though it's super slim. And I think these are supposed to be mechanical Bakugan, I think. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but this one, I love Aquos' color scheme. It's gold, we got this nice teal blue, and it's just always a nice one to, like, have more of. Honestly, it was one of my favorites back in the day. Here's a cool one. This was one that I never picked up either because I think I hopped in too late or something. This is a Shadow Vulcan. And if I remember correctly, yeah, his paint job is so bad. His paint job is so bad. It looks like somebody maybe took a paint pen to him. Maybe? Let me get this focused a little bit better here. It looks like somebody might have taken a paint pen to him. Let me know because it actually looks like half of it was painted properly and the other half was done by somebody with like a paint pen. Like, look at this. Anywho, I thought that was pretty cool. This guy, I think there is a heavy metal version of him as well, and I always thought that one was super cool, and I never got my hands on one. This is an Alpha Percival, which is really funny that this managed to come full circle because I'm gonna tell you guys a pretty funny story. Back when I was a kid, I had a friend that, being an elementary school kid was the worst and the best thing because you're just so dumb and small and little and your brain is undeveloped and it's smooth. And I stole this from one of my friends. This is not the same one because I grew a brain and a heart that I eventually confronted him. I'm like, I see you were looking for this, and I took it. I'm sorry. And me and him were tight for a while. And I was just the dumbest thing I could have done as a kid. It was just like, oh my god, my greed got the best of me. And it was all over this thing. And I think it was because the one he had the, like, a super high G power, and I was like, I need it. But I did eventually meet back up with him on the playground, like, a couple days later, and guilt was getting to me, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do it, I felt bad doing it. And he's like, dude, don't worry about it, I'm just glad you brought it back. Don't steal, guys, don't steal. But anyway, that's it for the Baku rack. This thing is always super cool. I'm glad that my friend managed to actually find it in the rack, because the rack is just super cool. It's like a peripheral that I kind of wish came back. It's on like all these spinning pivots, and it's got this really cool mechanism in it that makes them flip out. Get this a little bit better focus for you guys so you can see it. It's kind of a hard thing to get in focus, but yeah, this was always one of those things that I was hoping that would come back, because we got clips back, which was super neat. But yeah, let's what are we gonna open up next? All right, next up, I think we're going to pop open the tin. Now, the tin it has a lot of stuff that I was very fond of from my childhood, and it's got some goods in it, guys. This one is really special to me, and the inside of this has a lot of Gundalian Invader stuff, but it's a lot of special treatment Gundalian Invader stuff, and it's also got some older stuff. So, I mean, if you're already looking at the top of this, you can probably already tell some of the stuff that's in here. So let's go ahead and start off with like the basics. I'm gonna go ahead and check out this really, really cool Subterra Lumino Dragonoid. I love Gundalian Invaders Subterra scheme. I love this really deep, almost chocolate brown, but it's got this really nice metallic metal flake in the paint, and it looks so good with the silver. Now, the story behind this one is I actually picked this up alongside of that Saboteur, I think, when I was doing my last unboxing for the Toys R Us tournament thing that I went to. And I seen this and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have it. I just have to, because I've never seen one of these in person as a kid. It's like, if I don't get this now, I'll probably never get it. And I was not wrong. I never got another one. So I'm glad I picked this guy up. And honestly, he looks great in Subterra. This one is just a gem. Next up, we have, let's continue with Gundalian Invaders. This one, I actually got on a discount back in the day when Mectanium Surge hit the shelves, and I seen it in the discount place, and I'd never seen it. And I was like, whoa, this one's really different. It's also Subterra. Subterra was like my favorite. And it's a Phosphos. It's actually a Phosphos without the chrome. But it's got this really, really interesting granite-like design. And if you look really closely, let me get it real close for you guys, it's got these little red specks in them. And on a surface level, they look like normal red specks. But if you actually take a closer look, they're actually large flakes of glitter. And they're actually reflective. And it's really hard to get that to show up on camera. Maybe right here at the top of the head. Maybe if I can get a good angle here. Not quite. But yeah, in person, they glimmer a lot more than you would expect. But yeah, this is a really cool granite that I'm glad I picked up for discount especially. And wow, the G-Power, or not the G-Power, the DNA sticker is very worn out. It's almost like it's sun-washed. That's weird. But I was really glad to pick that up because it felt really rare. I think the other one is, I forget what the other one is. I think it's a Saboteur, maybe? But there's two of each of these granite ones, I think. Next up, we have, we'll go with this Dice Dragonoid, Chance Dragonoid. It still has the dice in its mouth. I picked this up because I was competitive back in the day, and I really wanted a Bakugan that was, like, very unpredictable. And when this thing hit that huge number on this dice, it was very hard to stop. Let me see if I can get it. There you go. This one has a very, very large number of G-Power values on the dice. And, yeah, this one was really fun to have. And a lot of these that you'll get now don't have the dice. But, overall, it's kind of a cool-looking Dragonoid. It's very mean. It looks totally... Look how big the jaw is. The jaw, like, straps. It goes all the way down here so it bites the dice. And it looks so derpy otherwise. But yeah, this one was really cool. It's got a couple manual parts. But yeah, I was super jazzed to find one of these because I'd never seen one of the dice throwers. Oh, one of my favorites. Here we go. Here we go, guys. I almost called you Chad again. I already made shorts on this one. I need to get this focused because when Gen 3 hit, we were all like, God, I don't like the Beyblade Bakugan. This is the kind of spinning Bakugan I wanted. This is my good guy Ferric spin, and I love this spinning Bakugan. It's also a bug. It looks really cool. But the cool thing about this is there is no ripcord needed. This little mechanism right here, after all these years, works so perfectly, and it spins so much. It's such a spectacle to watch it open, and it's really, really cool. So I'm always super jazzed. I want more of these in my collection, I really do, but like, spending money on them is just not in the cards right now. But yeah, that one's pretty cool. I don't want to lose this dice, so I'm going to set that right there. Next up, we have another stealth Bakugan. I say another one. The other one was... oh yeah, I guess the granite ones are stealth. This one is... I don't know if it's considered stealth, though. Because there was Baku Camo, and then there's stealth, and then there's like the special treatment ones that came from like Walmart and Target. This one is an Aquamos, and it's black and gray. And dude, the black paint on this is so cool because it's almost like matte. And it's really cool because I love the darkest color scheme, and it just pops so nicely. It's like a nice bright green on the red, and I love this one. This one's awesome. There's not a whole lot of paint on it other than the black. There's some like touches of green, and I think that's just the perfect accent for it. Okay, next up, I can tell you guys are probably oogling that. I could just tell. We're gonna do these gold Bakugan, or Baku Gold? I don't remember what these are called. But I remember these being huge when they came to Walmart, and I picked up a Wilda because I said how much I like Wilda. And it's a pretty neat one. It's actually pretty strong, too. Most of these just have a little bit of, like, a gold paint on them, a very shiny gold paint. And they do look pretty nice. I got a Drago here, too, because I figured that would just be a safe pickup for a collection. And yeah, I always like the green that they decided to use on some of these. These are the only two I have, but I know there's like a Neo Drago. There's I think there's also a Skyrus, a Storm Skyrus, and it looks really cool. There's a lot of really good ones, but I don't think they're the most popular picks, even though I enjoy them quite a bit, because you can't go wrong with like a jet black in a different color. All right, okay, guys. All right, I'll keep you. I'll stop. You guys will get to see this. I won't make you wait any longer. We have a classic B1 Delta Dragonoid. This is I want to say these were either Japanese or Korean variants. They showed up at my Meijer a long time ago in big sets, funny enough. And my friend introduced me to Bakugan with these guys. And he gave me so many guys. And I was super jazzed to be playing. I've actually got, hold on. We will be able to answer that question immediately because I'm pretty sure over here to the side, I have one foreign card in this pile. I do. I think this is Korean. I think. Okay, here we go. This card. And I want to say this is Korean. If not, maybe Chinese? It's tough telling. I don't think this is Japanese. But this is what these cards looked like before. And these were actually the ones that showed up at our Meijer, of all places. And they were these starter sets. And we barely had no idea how to play, other than, hey, you land on it, it has the color. We had no idea what the HSP was, but this is what the game looked like in that region, I guess. And yeah, this was one of the ones that he got out of like a starter thing, or maybe just a single. But this Delta Dragonoid pretty much works perfectly, other than the fact that it does not close, which is unfortunate. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it works pretty much the way you would expect it to. Gosh, darn it. Ugh, allergy, sorry. This one works pretty good. It has the Delta Dragonoid syndrome, the disease where its head always kind of like pops up, the Dragonoid disease, and it's so funny how this bleeds through into Gen 2, and I don't think in Gen 3 as much, but yeah, he doesn't close all the way. He functions pretty much the way you would expect an older Bakugan to function. He kind of has like a stiff joint so his magnet doesn't open, but he looks perfect. Like, there is so little cosmetic damage on this guy. His metal wheel is the best one that I'm going to show, and I'm guaranteeing you, when we get into that bag back there, y'all are going to start cringing. Anyway, with the crown jewel out of the way, we have... This one is pretty interesting. I did not see a lot of these, and, gosh, this one's always so hard to get out. I think I may have had a Frost version of this Bakugan, but if you look at it, you probably might already know what it is. From a collector's eye, you can kind of just get a good idea what it is. This little thing at the very top, if I could get it focused. Maybe? Maybe? No? Oh my gosh. The camera doesn't like this one. This one is... Oh gosh, you have to push this down real far. Boom! It's Freezer. And Freezer is really cool because it opens. It's got a button that actually opens it on the top of its head. And when you push the button down, it makes its eyes light up. And this one always... In the face, it reminded me of a Megaman boss. It really looks Megaman-like. Like, it has, like, almost Maverick eyes. It's really, really cool. And also, it's just really fun to just spin this one and watch all of its legs come out. This one is super cool. I've always wanted to get a couple more of these for my collection, but this one is a Baku Steel. So it's kind of shiny. It's got a really nice silver brush to it. And yeah, I'm pretty happy that this one is in my collection. Now, to get into the guts of the tin. Now, we've got some other really, really good crown jewels of my collection. Oh, there's Lumitroid. He is in here. So, I'll go ahead and start with the one of my favorites. So, you remember how much I liked Wilda. I thought this was the best looking Baku Steel Bakugan I have ever seen, because look how silver it is. It's so nice. It barely has any of that black until it opens, and then it just, oh my gosh, I love this one. This one is so nice. Let me get this in focus a little better. These darker Bakugan are really hard to pick up on the camera. This one just is so striking when it opens, because that black sticks out so much more, and all the silver designs just look so good up against the jet black. And also the face paint's really good too, with this nice little streak of this like bronzish copper color. It's just an all-around super nice looking Baku Steel Bakugan, and I'm so glad this one's in my collection. Next up we have let's go back into the Gundalian Invaders, and then we'll finish off with the more of the crown jewel. Sorry. A lot of these older like Battle Brawlers ones are the ones that people really think highly of. And my camera just does not want to cooperate with me right now for some reason. There we go, that's fine. This one is the... Actually, no, that is not fine. That needs to be brighter. You can barely see anything. This one is the Stealth. I want to say these are Stealth. This is the other variant of Stealth that's like granite. And this is another Krakix. I'm pretty sure this is Krakix. I always thought this design was super awesome. And this one's actually Darkus. So that they were not afraid to change the color scheme of Bakugan to be very unique. What is the G power on this? 790, sheesh. But yeah, this one was a really cool pickup. I think I got this one on discount as well, but I thought this color scheme worked great for it. Next up, we have the other granites. This one, a lot of people are probably going to like. This is a Granite Darak, and this one is so gorgeous. The green sticks out so much on this alongside the yellow. This one was like an immediate pickup when I seen it. I thought it was so nice looking. So we have this one, and then we have another one of my variants of my favorites, which is really funny because I had a lot of these, and if it doesn't go to show how much I like Strike Flyer, here is another Strike Flyer. And I also thought this one was incredible because it has the same yellow, it's got the same like metallic green. It looks so good. Like all these granite ones were chef's kiss. I wish we had more special treatments in Gen 2 because these just turned out so good. I wish we had more variants that weren't chase variants, because half of the time in Gen 2 I felt like I was chasing things that were absurdly rare, or they were just I guess we had the translucent gear packs and the platinums, which were fun, but I wanted more of this, like unique aesthetics instead of just like, hey, now they're translucent. I wish they had a little bit more to them, and the ones that were really cool weren't so hard to find, but those ones were some of my favorites. Alright, here's Lumitroid. Come on. Unfortunately, he doesn't light up because I don't have the batteries for him, but this is another sought-after one. because it actually lit up when it opened, and it made sound. It almost sounded like a laser gun, which is really funny, but this one is like a big eyeball with a spike tail, which is funny because you would think that this is the face, and it has like eyes, and it's got like a horn. Nope, it's just another big eyeball. So like, it's an eyeball with wings, I think. But I remember picking this up. I begged my dad. I begged him. I was like, I need to get this because I've never seen one of these before. And when I was a kid, I definitely had a lot of like, I've never seen these things before, they're super rare. And some of them were. Like, translucents were really hard to find in my area because of distribution. This one I had never seen. So I was like, I want it. It makes sounds, it lights up, it's cool. It also just looks like an eyeball. Like, now that I look at it, I used to view it a totally different way when I was a kid. But now that I know it's an eyeball, it's pretty cool. I really got to get the batteries replaced so I can showcase it a little bit better for you guys, though. Next up, we have one of the more sought after. Unfortunately, it's not in the attribute that most people would want to see it in. We have a twin Preyas. We've got Diablo and Angelo. And the reason I picked this up, again, I was competitive. You can tell how much I used it. This one's actually double-sided, and I picked it up because this was like the strongest Battle Brawlers Bakugan. It is so powerful. It always came with the risk, though. You could land on the other side. You weren't going to if you knew how to roll. But this one is double-sided. You either get 300G or you get the 720. And it has a mechanism that goes both ways, so you have 2 Bakugan in 1, which is really cool. This was a really cool concept. I don't think that ever ended up happening in Gen 2, but I always thought this one was super neat. Alright, guys. 2. The oldest of the old. We have the prized chocolate Bakugan. This one is a Serpenoid, and this one also came from those really... Come on, camera. Come on, man. Get this beauty in focus. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah, this one also came in like those weird Korean/Japanese... I still don't know what... I'm pretty sure they're Korean. It looks like Korean to me, but this one was in that, and this one is very sought after because it is the original Subterra color scheme, and it looks so good. I actually have a short on my channel, if you haven't checked it out already, that showcases this much better than probably this video. And I love the yellow in here. The yellow and the orange looks so awesome. And we actually got this to kind of come back in Gen 3. But unfortunately, it's a little too late. For me to care, it's a little too late. I did end up picking it up, but this one is like a crown jewel in my collection as well. The magnet's getting pretty worn down, but it is one of the exposed ones. So, like, it still functions perfectly, which is really cool. So, like, I'm super glad that it's here and it functions. Alright, so, I hate to do this to you guys, but I'm gonna have to save the rest of this stuff for a part 3. There is so much stuff that I have to go through that just this little part of talking about all these other Bakugan that I got as a kid, and which ones are really special to me, took up most of my phone space. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and record another one after this. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you watched all the way to the end, leave me in a big ol' caps comment, Legacy, just so I know that you watched to the end. I seriously appreciate every one of you that watch these videos all the way to the end. It really does mean the world to me, and it is the most important thing you can do as a subscriber and a swarmy for me at the moment. So seriously guys, I appreciate you so much, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.